Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 2 of the Tour series. Today we're up in Galashiels in Scotland near Edinburgh. It's a brand new round for 2022. The race has never visited this town before, so it's a completely new circuit. And what makes tonight's circuit so unique and interesting is it's very, very short. I believe it's only 800 meters long. This means if you get dropped from the group, you're going to be getting lapped very, very quickly. And you'll see in the video, I think we started lapping riders in under 10 minutes, which is insane. If you haven't watched the analysis from round 1, then stop this video right now and go back and watch it before you continue watching this video. Otherwise, it's probably not going to make sense, half the stuff I'm talking about. But after the disastrous round 1, our tails were down. We were in 8th position on the overall table, so we knew we had our work cut out. We made one small change to tonight's team by taking out Matt and putting Stuart in. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're starting off right now. We've got the 1 lap behind the neutral, and you'll notice that I'm at the front. I managed to get in there early and position myself on the front of the bunch, right on the back of the motorbike, which is the perfect place. It's the place everyone wants to be. Everyone's fighting for that position behind the motorbike because you know you're at the front of the race and you're going to give yourself the best possible chance, and especially on a course like tonight where, like I said, it's only 800 meters long. So, you know, you do not want to be at the back because the guys at the back will almost be touching. You know, they won't be far off the guys at the front of the bunch if everyone's lined out, just because of how small the circuit is. So it's super important to be at the front tonight. And yeah, this was, you know, if I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here, this was probably my perfect start. This was probably the perfect start. It's still a pretty technical course. It's a short course, as you can see from the diagram on the bottom right hand corner. There's a few kind of technical, sharpish turns. The main one being the top left of the course, which is where we are about to approach now. We're coming into it. As you can see, it's cobbled on the ground. If it was, or not cobbled, paved is the words I'm looking for. So if it was wet, this would be a proper sketchy course and a proper sketchy corner right there, as you can see. But thankfully tonight, Scotland's brought out their A game and it is sunny. So that's, yeah, perfect. Very, very happy about that, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's probably the main technical corner. Another one is the other side of the circuit, pretty much adjacent to that corner, the top, which is, yeah, the 90-degree corner that you can see coming up in a few hundred meters time, just because it's the fast part of the course. So we're going up, it's a slight climb up here through the finish. We take a sharp left, or it's not a sharp, but it's like a sweeping fast left corner, and then it's a fast downhill into this corner. As you can see on the speed there, we're doing 32 miles an hour, which is like what, 50k an hour, straight into that dead turn there, that 90-degree left turn. So that's probably the corner that, you know, you can lose wheels on and make a mess of, shall we say. But there we go, the race has started. We're 1 lap in now. The motorbike's pulled away. Canyon with Sun God, I've got 2 guys in the front. I'm sat 3rd wheel just watching proceedings. Perfect position. Then if we go to the back facing camera, you can see Stuart is right on my wheel. So yeah, at the minute we're in a good position. Canyon have got 2 guys, we've got 2 guys. I think the other 3 are trying to make their way up. They do eventually get up to us. But yeah, like I said, I can't stress enough on the course like this, or any course in the Tour series, you want to be at the front. You want to be at the front. Skipping ahead a few more laps now, as you can see, there is one. Yeah, Stuart has just attacked off the front. Canyon have now got 3 guys in front of me, so I'm just, yeah, still slotted in behind them. We're in a good position here. Basically, the tactics tonight, what we were just gonna, yeah, bring the race to Canyon. I'm just trying to hit them as best as we could and isolate them as best as we could. You know, we are way down right now on those boys, so we're not going to be overtaking them anytime soon. So we were just going to try and win the round. And as you can see, that is exactly what we're trying to do here. Canyon have got 4 guys up to the front. We've got 4. I think we've actually got five guys now. So we are all in a perfect position. You know, Colin in the team meeting, little St. Piran rider there, sneaking through on the inside. Cheeky. Anyway, yeah. Colin, you know, grilled us at the start and said we need to be at the front of this race, and I think we so far we have delivered. We're at the front, and this is a perfect position. Okay, so we're probably just under a quarter of the way in now. I've slipped my way back a little bit in the bunch, just trying to yeah, save my energy and not necessarily fight for those first few wheels. If we go to the back-facing camera, you'll see that Finn is just about to come up to me. He's the last, I would guess our last rider who needed to come up to the front. So there he is, boom, right on cue. Finn is there. And now if we go back to the front-facing camera, you'll see that there's not too many riders in front of me. I think I reckon I'm sat at about 10th to 12th wheel. You know, there's not many guys left in front of me, I think I'm still pretty near the front. And then I think it's around this point, 15 minutes into the race, I had a quick look behind me. Now if we go to the back-facing camera, you can see Finn on my wheel. But then once we look past Finn, there's no one left. I think, okay, there's one more guy behind Finn, but there's no one left. So hence why I'm starting to move up here, because I'm thinking, oh flips, you know, this is a small group. We're 15 minutes into the races. We're not even a quarter of the way through. And I'm looking back thinking, this is the race over. There's probably 15 guys left in this race, max. So we're coming up to 19 minutes now. I'm not sure how many laps we've done. I think we're lapping in just under a minute, so quite a few laps. I was starting to get dizzy by this point. But as you can see, we're in a good position here. I think I can see 1, 2, 3... and I think then Charlie's at the front. So yeah, all 5 of us are in this group. This is a perfect scenario for us, where all 5 of us are still in the race at this point. And I think St. Piran had 2 guys, so they were definitely outnumbered. And I'm pretty sure with Sun God, they had 3 or else 4 guys in this race. So yeah, the advantage was with us. If we look behind us, we got 1, 2. We got a PB rider there at the back of the bunch, a St. Piran rider in front of him. So yeah, I'm third to last wheel here, but equally I'm still quite near the front just because the bunch is, I mean, there's not much left of the bunch. So I'm sat on Finn here. We know it's Finn because he's got his bandage on his leg. Poor guy after his crash in Gisborough after round 1. But yeah, we are, you know, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that we are, there we go, a lapping a rider there, 20 minutes in. I don't think that was the first lapped rider. We definitely lapped riders earlier. But, you know, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that we were in the most dominant position here because we had the numbers. We were the only team in the race that still had the full team at the front of the race. 25 minutes into the race, it's not much has changed over the last 5 minutes. The group has, I think, stayed exactly the same. Yeah, all the same numbers. If we look behind us now, I am last man. We've got a few guys trying to bridge across and trying to catch us, but I'm not sure if they do. I'm not too sure if they come back or not. But the race is ahead of us, and you can't see it from this angle, but yeah, what we were trying to do is send guys up the road. I mean, I should have been trying to get myself up the road, but the pace is full gas here. We are literally going, yeah, full gas. My heart rate monitor for some reason isn't working right now, so you can't see exactly how hard I'm going. And also the power meter, we had a few dropouts with the power meter, so I'm not too sure. Apparently I'm doing 25 watts here, and I can tell you we're doing 50k an hour. I am not doing 12 watts, 15 watts. That's, yeah, don't know what happened there, but for the rounds moving forward, it should not be an issue because I've got an SRM power meter which I had a few years ago, which broke. I sent that off and got it repaired, so we should have bang accurate 100% power from the next round moving forward. But yeah, just if you're looking at the power thinking, that's easy, I could do that. It's yeah, dropping in and out. It seems to be working again now. We're back up at 700 watts, which is more realistic. But what I was saying is, yeah, had I had a bit more in the legs, I would be at the front doing the attacking. I'm probably the weaker rider in the team at the minute, so I need to be the one being the aggressor early doors to set it up for the boys later on. But I wasn't there, so I think it was Stuart who was doing. We're coming across more lap riders there, but I think it was Stuart who was doing most of the attacking early on. And basically the idea was to try and draw riders out in front. Now we didn't want to go solo because you can't really tell from these videos, but it was quite windy tonight. This part of the circuit was a massive tailwind, so it's super fast. But the backside of the course, where it's like paved grounds, that was pretty much a block headwind. So you didn't want to necessarily be going up there on your own solo because, you know, we're riding so fast in the bunch. It's just going to be so hard to stay away on your own. So that was basically the plan, just to take it to Sun God and just make it as hard as we possibly could for them. And I think we were doing a good job. Now this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. We're halfway through the race. I'm still in the same position. If we look behind me, there's no one behind me. I'm sat at the back. But the rider in front of me, we've got a Sun God rider literally in front of me. Now, I don't know what he's doing here. Part of me thinks, this is what I think, that he's trying to take me out the back. Now, you'll kind of see what I mean in a minute. He's starting to let the wheel go in front of him, which, you know, the riders do that to try and entice me to sprint around him. Therefore, I have to use more energy sprinting to get past him, to get back in the bunch. But I was like, I'm just gonna play you at your own game, mate. I'm just gonna sit here because I didn't think, you know, Canyon needed the numbers in the front group because we had the majority. They needed the numbers in the front group, so I was like, I'm not gonna come around you because you're not gonna let the wheel go. You're not gonna let the wheel go and you know, lose your own position out of the bike race. So if you can see in front of him now, there's a significant gap opening. And I think in my head he's waiting for me to jump around him and make an effort, but I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So we get back onto the back of the bunch around this corner, but then what he does on the next lap is a bit more interesting, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Little kick out of the corner there to get back onto the bunch. He probably thought to himself, all right, he's not coming around me, whatever, I'm going to get back on the bunch. There is Finn in front of me. So I've skipped it ahead like 20 or 30 seconds. We're coming around, we're on the next lap now, and as you can, there's a gap in front of him that's opened up. Now watch what the rider here does. He corners slow and he exits slow, and all right, he kicks out of the corner, but he's not 100, he's not going full gas, so I have to make an effort. I'm on his wheel, I'm sat there, but then did you see what he did there? You probably didn't see. I'm gonna rewind it, right, and I'm gonna talk you through what he did there, which made it super hard for me. So as we exit the corner, he makes an effort, not 100%, but then as I freewheel, bang, he kicks again. Did you see that? He kicks again. So he does an effort out of the corner. He closes the gap slow, you know, a little bit. Then he backs it off, and then when I get back onto terms with him, he kicks again, which makes me have to go again. It's just a simple technique to take the energy out of my legs and to try and, you know, take me out of the back. And yeah, I'm probably not the rider that he wants to be doing that to. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not, you know, the superstar rider in this team at the minute. If he wants to take someone out the back, he should be taking Finn out the back. But anyway, this is probably another little telltale sign that I'm just not on my A game at the minute, because after those little you know, digs to get back onto the back of the wheels there, as you can see now that I'm starting to drop the pace, and I'm trying to close this gap now. I'm trying as hard as I can to stay on the back of this bunch. But yeah, do I get dropped here or do I get back on? I think I get back on. We're sat at 500 watts, 400 watts. I'm pretty sure I get back on here. Yeah. But as you can see, we've got a couple of lap riders on the outside, and they, see, I mean, had I been in the peak of my fitness and had I been on my A game, I would have just, yeah, after that corner, just kind of followed the lap rider around the corner, then after the corner, kick and just go straight through. But I just didn't quite have that. I didn't quite have that edge. I probably could have followed the wheel in front around the corner, but soon as the other lap rider got in the way and then got out of the way, the race had gone. And yeah, I think I'm trying to get back on here. Do I get back on? So again, another couple of lap riders. I mean, they don't really get in the way, do they? I can't use that as an excuse. But yeah, I think this is the moment now, 32 minutes into the race, where that front group, which is down to about probably 12 guys now still. Yeah, this is the moment where I've waved goodbye. I have waved goodbye. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing at this stage, because like I said, with the Tour Series, it's a team. You know, you've got the team aspect to it. So it's the first 3 guys across the line which are going to count towards the team classification, and that's the goal with this. That's the main thing with this whole series, and we've still got 4 guys comfortably in that group of 12. So I'm just rolling around here on my own. Colin is on the side, our team manager is on the side there, and he basically just shouted to me, there's a group coming up behind me, so yeah, just take it easy and chill and wait for this group to catch us, because I'm not gonna hold them off on my own. So I might as well wait. As you can see, they're coming up now behind us. We've got the 5th Canyon Rider on the front of the bunch there, drilling it. So yeah, I can hear these boys coming, and I think, right, this is the group. I'm gonna stick in with these boys and jump in. So that's basically what I do. I get in the line, get in the wheels, and yeah, just sitting where I am. I don't need to do any riding. I don't need to do any work because we've got the numbers up front. We've still got 4 guys, and the 4 strongest guys from our team are in the front group. So we're in a perfect position. I'm just going to sit here, try and ride as easily as possible, and look after my legs for, you know, for future races, for future rounds, because essentially my work isn't done because I've not really done any work. I just held on to that front group for as long as I could. But you know, my time in that race at the minute had done. Now, like I said in the previous race, anything can happen in these races. You know, if there's a crash up front, suddenly, you know, if we have 3 guys or 2 guys that get taken out the front of the group, then I am now in play. I am that 3rd rider fighting for the positions. But like I said, we've got a Canyon Rider in front of me, so at the minute we're pretty much matched. I can't remember if there was 3 or 4 Canyon guys in the front group, but we definitely weren't outnumbered. We definitely had at least as many of our guys and their guys together in that front group. So the fact that I'm here now in the second group with a Canyon Rider is everything's good. We're sitting pretty. We're in a good position now to do as well as we can on the night. So I'm riding around with this group now for the best part of 20 minutes, just yeah, sitting in there, whatever. And this is the moment now where the front group catches my group to lap us essentially. This is now the front of the race coming past us. You can see it on the camera now. There you go. You got a Canyon Rider on the front. Stuart was behind him, so there's two of them away. One of us, one Sun God. Yeah, a good position to be in. We're kind of evenly matched still. Those 2 boys were away, and then the rest of the bunch is about to come through now. Are they coming through? Oh, so Stuart had a bit of a decent gap there. I didn't think the gap was that big, but we've got another Canyon Rider, and who is this behind him? Is this Finn? I think this is Finn. Yep, that's Finn. So again, we're 2 on 2 now at the front of the race, and I think it is one of 2 St. Piran riders behind who were doing the chasing, because, you know, if it was down to us, we've got Finn in that group, who is, you know, probably one of our best sprinters in the team. So we are happy with that position. We are happy with Stuart being in that front group because, you know, we would back him in the sprint, so we wouldn't want to chase that back. So yeah, there we go. St. Piran rider on the inside. Brad's coming through, and Harry is right on his wheel. So it's a perfect position. We've got 3 guys at the front of the race. Yeah, that's a perfect position. Canyon there, another Canyon, and then our final rider. So yeah, okay, it was 4 on 4. And another St. Piran rider, a Techers rider, and I think that was a Welsh Racing Academy rider. So not a big group at all. We're on our last lap now. It's actually 3 laps to go in these races because they're such small circuits. When you get lapped, you sprint at 3 laps to go, just so all the lap riders can get off the circuit and we don't interfere with the proper race that's going on in the front. So anyway, I think now in total there's about 15, maybe 20 guys in front of me, in front of us in total. So yeah, I'm still racing for a top 20, I think. And yeah, this is just basically the sprint. Does my power meter work? We're up at 1,000 watts, 1,100. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say that's pretty accurate then. Boom. Where do I come in? Where do I finish? Do I get past Alec Briggs? Do I get past him? Ooh, I think I just didn't. But anyway, that is the sprint. That was the end of our race. You know, we were racing for minor positions. We weren't racing for the win. It was more of just an ego trip at the end of the race to just sprint against each other. But I think I came across the line in 23rd. That was my race done. We were pulled out of the race, and let's see if the boys can do it. So I'm stood in the pits. I've got the camera rolling. I'm looking. I'm trying to, you know, we're just after the finish now, and I'm waiting to see if we've won. The motorbike's there. The race is about to come, and boom, no. Canyon 1-2. Canyon 1-2 again. Oh. Okay, so here are the results on the screen right now from round number 2. Unfortunately, Sun God got another 1-2, but we did end up with a 3rd, a 5th, a 6th, and then Stuart was down there in 13th after he was, yeah, in most of the moves in the race. I finished up, like I said, in 23rd. So yeah, again, still not a good round from me. There's definitely room for improvement there. But we were in a much better position. We ended up finishing second team on the night. We put a big dent into the teams below us. So the comeback is on. We're clawing it back. Again, you know, Sun God finished first team, so we still weren't above them. But, you know, we're slowly climbing the table. If we look at the overall table now, we were down in 8th at the start of today. By the end of the race, we are now up to 4th position. So that's a massive improvement. We've still got a lot more work to do if we want to have any chance at defending the Tour Series overall title from last year. But I think we are in a good position now moving forward for round 3. Morale and confidence is much higher again. We've got a few days now break before round number 3 in Sunderland. But before I end the video, I want to give a quick little shout out to my sister who had a late call up in the Tour Series. She didn't race the first round. She raced the second round as a guest for one of the women's teams, and she finished second in her first ever Tour Series, which is just mind-blowing, incredible. Emma has matched my best ever Tour Series result in her first race, so shout out to her. Racing on junior gears in her first ever Tour Series and picking up second is just incredible. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like to let me know. But stay tuned for round number 3 next week. The race is on.
Get my bop on. Yeah, I get my bop on. If she needs some good, tell her she got hop on. She know I'm the top dog. I know she a hot one, but Lindsay's on the feet, and you know I got the socks on. Yeah, I get my